awesome, ladies. So now I'm just gonna stop here because, you know, for our video purposes, this is long enough. And I am going to show you when you're finished how to remove the straws and, you know, see your finished weaving. So the first thing you'll want to do is you're going to have to slide the bottom up. No, I take that back. You're going to, it's been a minute since I've done these. You're going to pull your straws out of the top just until, you know, you can like see the ends of them there, okay? Like that. So there's that. Okay. Then you're going to come down here and you're going to tie the end strings into a knot. So I'm just going to wrap it around right here. I'm going to pull these through. Again, it's a balloon knot. I find that to be the stronger knot so that this stuff doesn't come undone later on. Then, where that knot is at the end of my strings down there, where I had started my weaving to begin with, I'm just going to push this weaving down towards that knot because I need this to get kind of packed really tight right in here, really tightly. So that leaves this. It's got, you know, you can see the yarn sticking out. There's the straws, and here is where I taped the end of that yarn to the straw at the beginning. So what you want to do is where the tape is, you can still see the yarn sticking up out of the top there. What you want to do is you're just going to cut the end of where the straw off where the tape is. That way these little bits can go, and then you can pull your straws out like that. Save your straws because you can reuse them. And then you're just going to tie another knot in the end here that you just cut off of your straws. So I'm just going to come pretty close to my weaving. I'm going to tie that in another knot like so. And then you're just going to fluff it back out, kind of get it to fill in whatever space you still have there. Okay? So now you've got a knot at both ends. Your weaving is not going to come off. I'm just going to trim these because I don't need all that hanging out there. And you could even cut it closer to the knot if you didn't want to see your inside colors, but it doesn't bother me. So, like I said, you can reuse these. You could peel the tape off and go again. You probably want fresh tape, but as long as you still have enough straw to hold on to, you can reuse your straws. So that's also a good little recycling project too. But let's talk about how to get these little fuzzy ends hidden away if you didn't knot them. Okay, you could always go now and knot the ones that are close together. If you cut them off, I mean, that's fine, but they could come unraveled later on. What I like to do is I like to pull them through to the inside of the weaving so that nobody can see them. You know, when we were weaving this, we all know that straws are just hollow tubes of plastic or paper or whatever, okay? So just because I removed the straws from my weaving doesn't mean that it's still, that there's no like hollow pocket inside still. So we're going to use that to our advantage to try to hide these little tails. And I'm going to bring you in a little closer here so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Pardon me. Give me just a second. There we go. So here's my weaving. What I would do is you can, this is just a bobby pin, you know, for hair. You can take this, the ends, and thread it through the bobby pin like this on that little end there. It's kind of like threading a needle. And then depending on how long your string is, you're just going to kind of push that up through the inside of the weaving. Now, I'm not poking through to the back, okay? I'm just pushing it through that tunnel that I know is inside there. And then, when I get far enough, I'm going to pull that out and watch this little tail right here. It's just going to disappear. Of course it didn't. Why would it? Because I said it would. Okay. So, I'm just going to keep kind of tucking that in there. There we go. Now it's hidden. There. So there's one. I'll do this a second time. So I'm just going to thread that on there. There we go. And then I'm going to tuck it into that little pocket in there. And then pull it through. Oh my goodness, seriously, twice? Okay. See, folks, I'm not perfect. All right. I know this works. Done it a bazillion times on other things. All right. So, there we go. There it is, right there. And that's the one I just pulled through. So if I pull it nice and tight, I can trim just a little bit right there. And then when I fluff it back out, that little tail is going to disappear up inside there. So I will do a few more of these, and then I will come back and we can see what it looks like. Okay? So I'll be right back. Okay, I've only got 2 left, so during all of this, I thought I'd give you some tips that I remembered while I was going through here. The first thing is that I will roll the bobby pin a little bit. I mean, you could always do this with like a yarn needle or something like that if someone at home knits, and then when I pull through, I kind of squeeze the bobby pin. But like a plastic needle would be fine. I would not use a metal needle or anything with a sharp tip, because you're going to end up going through the other yarn fibers and it's just going to create a mess. So you want something really blunt on the end to hide that yarn tail in with. Yeah. So last one here, I'm just going to kind of roll it around. I'm going to tuck it back through the orange and probably a little bit of the yellow. Just going to kind of work it in there. And I bet it just slipped off, but I'm going to hope for the best because it's being difficult down here. Oh, no, it didn't. Yay! So there it is. Basically, I'm just trying to pull it through several of the yarns so that when I trim it, it's not going to pull back out. Okay? That is my ultimate goal. So there is the straw weaving. Oh, I see this one right here. It's probably the one I started with. So I'm going to trim that one out because I know it's got a knot in it. And I can trim those pretty short. And if I wanted to, I can slide that down and kind of hide that in there like that. Or not. Honestly, it really doesn't bother me. It just shows, you know, hey, There's the head and there's the tail. So there we go. That's all right. So that is how you would finish a straw weaving. So I can't wait to see what yours looks like and how long it is and what you've decided to use yours for. But that is what a finished straw weaving looks like. So I will see you guys later with the next video, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.